A new dimension is emerging in West Asia war. Reports indicate Iran may have used a Chinese spy satellite system to track and strike American military positions in the Gulf during the war. Our next report tells you how the war is not just about battlefield gains, but also about precision strikes.
For 40 days, the world saw the might of American and Israeli air power. Thousands of Iranian targets struck. Iran, despite being hit hard, retaliated strongly. Iranian missiles and drones rained down on Israel and US bases across the Gulf. Questions swirled that how Iran, without having any advanced radar or surveillance system, carried out these precision strikes. Now it appears that Tehran had eyes in the skies. Reports say Iran secretly acquired a Chinese spy satellite. It gave IRGC a powerful new capability to target US bases across the Gulf during the 41 days of war. T-01B, the spacecraft launched in China, was reportedly transferred to Iran after reaching the orbit. It is not any ordinary satellite. High-resolution imaging, real-time tracking, persistent surveillance over thousands of kilometers. Experts say such a system can detect troop movements, track aircraft, and even guide strike coordinates, turning seconds into decisive advantage. This explains how US bases were hit with striking accuracy. Reports say the satellite captured images of Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. On March 14th, US President Donald Trump confirmed US planes at base were hit and 5 US Air Force refueling planes suffered damages. The satellite reportedly surveilled the Muaffaq Salti Air Base in Jordan, locations close to the US 5th Fleet Naval Base in Bahrain's Manama and Erbil Airport in Iraq. This around the time IRGC claimed attacks on facilities in those areas. On the other hand, the battlefield is sending its own signals. The US confirms losing a MQ-4C Triton surveillance drone in the Persian Gulf, one of its most advanced eyes in the sky. One such drone costs $240 million. US CENTCOM claims nearly 400 US troops have suffered injuries in Iranian strikes. But Iran maintains it carried out retaliatory strikes on US bases in the Gulf region. The geopolitical temperature is rising too. US President Donald Trump says his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping has agreed to not aid Iran militarily.
He responded to a letter that I wrote because I had heard that China is giving weapons to, you're seeing it all over the place, to Iran, that China's giving weapons. Did he say he's giving them? Yeah, and I wrote him a letter asking him not to do that, and he wrote me a letter saying that essentially he's not doing that.
China denies sending any military support to Iran.
China has always adopted a cautious and responsible attitude towards the export of military items, implementing strict controls in accordance with its own export control laws and regulations and its international obligations. We oppose baseless smears and malicious association.
But the strategic context is impossible to ignore. Beijing is deeply embedded in the Gulf, the region's biggest oil buyer and a growing power player with expanding influence. The damage to the American military might is scattered across the sands of West Asia. Right now, Iranian military facilities are badly damaged, while 10 US radar systems are also crippled. Both sides are bracing up for round 2, if the diplomacy fails. Bureau Report, WION World is One.